his old adventuring group destroyed it because they failed.
Well,
They failed.
There was a clue that each of us had that none of us put together. And there was too many disparate things that it didn't, you know what I'm saying? That even when you explained it later, I'm like, I don't know that even if we talked amongst ourselves, we could have figured that and put it all together. Something about the spear and that we needed to get the spearhead to the spears of Sarah. That was the problem. And I think if we did that sooner, it wouldn't have been such a massive, scale of destruction. That's what I remember, right? Something about that, Tim? That we waited too long. We stole it. The Church of Pausanias held it too long, and they were trying to get it. They attacked the church, and we were defending the church. And it's like,
they asked for it first.
They asked, and then they said no. And I didn't know what it was because the guy who had the spear quest didn't communicate it to us why the goddamn thing was so important.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know, and that's one of my favorite situations to put players into, where they're in a situation where they think they're doing the right thing because they have a presumption that someone is an enemy, which most of the time they are. But in some situations, they're not. And it's one of those things where you got to have faith or some sort of hope that they mean well by doing it. But players aren't built like that.
No. That wasn't. I was Vance. I forget who the player was who didn't quite explain the spear thing. It might have been Vance's warehouse side quest or something. I think. Remember?
I don't know. I'm not
sure. I know that when all came together, it all went to shit.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I do remember. And the whole city burnt. We would have helped prevent it more so, but so much for that.
All right, so side quest or fog? It's up to you.
I mean, we have at least one viewer who's chatting. Why don't we maybe leave it to Erudite? How about we'll roll the dice and randomly go with him? Whatever he says. What do you want us to see suffer through, Erudite? You want to see us side quest? You want to see us do the adventure? And see if he's there and responding.
Hey, one of my favorite horror movies, by the way, is The Fog.
Yes.
Old school Carpenter. It wasn't reviewed well, but it scared the crap out of me, and I enjoyed it.
Right. Well, the funny thing is it actually had a story that kind of, I mean, it's still a horror story, and the sense that it did make was very, but it made sense. It had a logic to it, and I liked it a lot. And then of course it had what's her face in it too, the one who plays Stevie.
His wife.
Yes, it was his wife. Yeah,
it was his wife. Yeah.
I can't think of her name.
New York.
Adrienne
Barbeau.
Oh my God. Whew. Yeah. Yep. Stunning.
I'm sweating now.
Side quest, baby. Side quest. All right, we're side questing.
Good. I didn't want to go to The Fog because that makes me nervous. Flashbacks.
It's like no.
Side quest it is. All right.
So what you guys are waking up? You guys starting out in the same place though. So you're still in the tenement. You wake up the next morning. Draymond, you're not in shackles anywhere. You know, you wake up, and you got Taryn with you. Little Blaga is missing this time. When you wake up, there's always somebody missing when you wake up.
Damn it, another one.
It's the fog. I keep telling you, the fog keeps eating them.
What's the lock? The lock is obviously shit. I'm going back and return that thing.
It's true.
Every time we wake up, someone's gone.
True.
And you hear
Are we in our room or are we in?
You're in your room and your lock is working because this person is okay. I'm not doing it as hard. It's a cop knock. It's not a gentle knock.
So we put the door back. We put the door back on because I think the door was actually off. The lock was good, but the door was off.
Yeah, but no, you guys fixed that. You guys have put it on there and everything. So he does a cop knock and the lock holds it and everything. Yeah, because
5-0, hide the drugs.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Flush it down the toilet. Oh shit! I got a window that doesn't open.
It's 10 card. Hurry up, hide.
You hear, open up now, or we'll kick the door in.
I'm gonna pull my Eddie Murphy imitation of Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. Who is it?
City guard, open up the door. We'll be forced to kick it in.
All right, I'll open it.
Okay.
Have to pay for the door otherwise.
Terrence says, "Wait, how about this? We count to 3, and I kick from my side, and you kick from your side, and we shall see who wins."
Still hungover, I see. No, let's. We're actually drunk. I'll just go. I'll just unlock it and open it.
Okay. And when you open up the door, you just see a guy standing there, and he's got this mischievous grin on his face. And he's like, I sorry to wake you up, but I just thought it would. My name's Godfrey, and he puts out his hand, tries to shake your hand.
Are you city guard?
No. I'm not a city guard.
You know what time it is, Godfrey?
I don't.
You know how late we were out drinking last night?
I don't. Wouldn't it be weird if I did, though?
I don't know. Are you drinking still too?
No, I'm not drinking. However, I'm here to offer you my services. I've heard you guys were in town. I'm local around here, but you guys aren't, and I know the city. You guys don't. I can keep you out of trouble, or at least get you into the trouble that you want to, or I can keep you out of the trouble that you don't want to. If you want someplace to buy something, I know where the best deals are going. And if you want to find things that you're not supposed to find on the street, I can find them for you. What do you say? And he sticks out his hand.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So he goes, and don't worry about paying me anything. I get kickbacks from different business, so my performance is based on what I do for you guys.
Well, there doesn't sound like there's anything wrong with that. What do you think, guys?
Sounds good. I don't know that we're in need of much, though, right now there, Godfrey.
That's because you don't know what you need yet. Like, let's just say you guys wake up from a drunken stupor by a stranger who is very handsome and charming.
Is he handsome?
Where were you? And where would you guys go to eat once someone
Wait a
wakes
minute.
you up?
Wait a minute. Is he handsome and charming?
He's not at all. Well, I mean, he is who he is. But as far as handsome goes, I don't know. If you're into that kind of thing, then yeah. If you're into, his handsome, looks, he kind of stubby looking guy. He's human.
Yeah.
But he's kind of got, who Peter Lorre is? The old actor Peter Lorre.
Yes.
So if you're into a Peter Lorre looking kind of guy, then yeah.
Oh, that is creepy. That is creepy.
Got the one bulging eyeball,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, maybe we don't like to know that people know that we're here. Who knows we're here? Who do you work for?
I work for me. That's what I do.
No, you said you work for others. They compensate you. Who are those people?
Those are the shopkeepers, and the all the people that I bring them business to.
So you want to take us shopping?
So you're like a Groupon.
I am like a guide to the city that can help you. It is, after all, the festival, so I can find you the nicest places and get you into the best places. Because I know places that where, let's just say, if you want some magic, I can find you that. If you want some, let's just say, like fighting, we can always work into getting your own gladiator, your own pit fighter.
What we're going to need,
lots of different things.
We have a room here for a week, but we're here for the winter. So what we're going to need is somewhere that's cheaper than what we're paying for right now. And it's not going to attract attention, get any notice, get any feeding. We're going to want something like this. We could all share the room and be safe with our leaving something behind that it ain't going to get robbed.
So you're Columbo.
Like I am Columbo.
Okay. So Columbo, Draymond, I think Blaga I saw walking down the street with a weird look on his face. And you are, I don't
right.
know. He points at Paul or looks at Taryn. You, I don't know. I didn't hear about you.
Good. I like it that way.
I don't want to take me too long. I will find out lots. I can find out information about for people. And as far as thieves go and Scorn, he kind of chuckles. Trying to get away from thieves is a little bit more difficult than trying to get away from fleas. So, but we can make sure where we put you is safe-ish.
All right.
From thieves. I can't vouch for all the. We have 3 different thieves guild within the city, so, and depending on and he kind of looks at, and I don't think you guys would ally with maybe one. The Silent Knives. Have you guys had any dealings with the Silent Knives?
Oh,
I know none of you are members, so
no.
How long is
Taryn?
Taryn been? How long has Taryn been in the city? Or
Taryn's kind of freshly new. He's came out of the plains over here. I'll show you where Taryn journeyed from. He is. I mean, he's heard of Scorn quite a bit, but if you go, I gotta switch your guys' view. Here we go. Scroll down there, Joe. Oh gosh, it's almost off the sea. Over here, we see where all those hills are at.
Yeah,
you're over there in the Barbarian hills over there. Pretty much, this is where you're from.
By the low hills.
No. Over to the west there. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And while there's a lot of hostility between the Whitehall Kingdom and the Barbarian city-states over there, they also do. It's kind of like a frenemy. They do trading with one another, but then they might punch each other too at the same time. So
yeah,
kind of thing. You know,
a relationship. It's friends with benefits.
Exactly.
Or enemies with benefits.
I was going to say that might be better.
Enemies with benefits. Yeah.
Enemies with benefits. Yeah, that's good. All right. So you don't know of any really too much information about the city either.
Okay.
Other than it's loud and they're having a festival and it's a
do we know
good
what
opportunity.
Is?
Yeah, it's the solstice type thing. Your people, your barbarians and stuff, it's a time you guys see it as a festival of life where these guys kind of focusing on death, where you guys focus on talking to your ancestors about your futures.
Mm-hmm.
And mainly in the Whitehall Kingdom, what they seem to do is focus on the aspect of the festival as like honoring the dead, where you guys actually want to engage with your ancestors.
Okay.
You guys kind of got like what was the old Roman system where they kind of worshiped their elders and they kind of kept the ashes.
The death masks. They had the death masks.
They had death masks, but there was a certain name. Was it the Lars? Was that what it was?
Oh, I don't know.
Where they had the ancient for Godfrey is vice god. So, are you a caught man?
All right.
But you wanted to see like the other aspects of it. Plus, you knew that they were going to have lots and lots of different alcohols in here, so you might as well partake in them.
Okay. All right.
So when I was in the stocks overnight.
Yeah, we'll just say your stocks things was overnight. Yeah. You and a small group of other people. Yeah, you got to know your buddy.
Was there fog during the night?
The fog thing, we're doing the side quest at this point. we're not really dealing with the fog. We're going to deal with that.
I just was wondering if like the fog, if I was in the fog.
Well, the people know, like you won't know until next week.
Okay.
It hasn't happened yet. So we're going to kind of,
this is pre-fog. This is pre-fog.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the MCU. Just
Right.
think of it like that. There's shit, little thing here, little thing there. Maybe it comes together at the end. Maybe we fluff it up. You never know.
Yeah, it happens. He goes, so you're looking for a place to live then? Okay.
Yeah.
He goes, I could probably find that for you. That's not an unusual. You guys are an adventuring group. Adventuring groups are always looking for hideouts and different things. Are you looking for such as like a small apartment? Are you looking for a manor that's outside the city itself? In which case, you'd better have a lot of money with you.
Oh.
Or what are you looking for? Different apartments, same apartments, entire building? What are you thinking?
One apartment for 4 people, please.
One apartment for 4 people. Okay.
That's secure, locks, and safe.
Yeah, that's right. The boys are gone, so
Yeah, boys are gone. Yeah.
And separate beds.
Yes.
He nods. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what I can do.
Just because I'm a dwarf doesn't mean that I have to be the little spoon.
Well, you have another dwarf. You don't would just be the average spoon.
Yeah. And I'm definitely the big spoon and dwarf of this group. Just
You guys could both be the jelly spoons.
The jelly spoon. Now I can't get 2 dwarfs spooning out of my head.
I don't know the jelly spoon.
You guys,
I don't know if I want to.
I'm not gonna have your own bed.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, and I don't. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to know. Although I'm looking it up.
Are you brave man?
They're just little spoons. That's all. That you use for jelly. Jeez, I didn't think it was that bad a reference.
Sticky reference.
No, I was not going to Joe. I was just using just a
like the kind you get samples at the ice cream place.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of spoon. Yeah, I like those. I like ice cream, so you're all about that.
There you go. Okay. So he goes, so where would you guys like to meet? I can go look for that. I have a guy who owns a couple of places. Are you guys looking to buy or are you guys looking for a rent?
When is the, I guess I don't know this, Tim. It's the fall now. We've gotten here just before winter. What month is it probably now? And what month would we be leaving?
You think of it as like the beginning of October?
So we'll head out March or something as the roads clear by then, right? So
October, yeah, probably
November,
something like that.
So 5 months, right? So we're looking for a 5-month rental.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, 5-month rental then, sir.
5 months rental. Okay. Yeah. I definitely can get that boat for you. I'll tell you what. Let's meet.
There's a vintage.
There it is.
Jelly spoon right there.
There's your jelly spoons.
All right.
They're just this. They're about that big, Joe. They're just little. They just go in a jam jar.
Okay. So I being a fat guy, I grab a big fucking tablespoon and dip it in the jelly. I don't know this little, just these little things. I remember I got a Tupperware from somebody, and it looked like picture a globe cut in half, right? And it had it was a small thing about the size of a baseball and a cap on it. And I'm like, what is this? I asked her, because I had a roommate back then. What the fuck is this, man? Oh, it's for like, half an apple. I'm like, that's why I don't get it. I've never eaten half of anything in my fucking life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Joe doesn't own any small spoons. They're just giant serving spoons.
Right. Yeah. Or just a strap to put around your neck. And just,
a trough.
Yeah, a little trough thing there. Because I can, how about this afternoon? I'm going to go talk to a guy I know. I can be back here in the afternoon, and I can get things lined up so you can meet with him and see if it's try to line up a couple places for you to look at and go from there. Does that sound good, guys?
Sounds good. The other thing I was thinking too is maybe we don't have to deal with the old cooking aspect. Or I know eating food out at these places is a little more expensive. Believe it or not, we're not a rich adventuring company. We just didn't want to stay in Houndstead over the freaking winter because it's too cold and too damn dangerous.
And there's no. I mean, what do you got? The Angry Priest Inn. I mean, Lavinia. Granted, I have got a thing for Lavinia. I like the tall ones.
Are you a halfling? Is he a halfling?
No, I'm not a halfling. He goes, I know. He goes, I know, but only once. I'm in it for the long game.
Oh.
Anyways, he's like, yeah. Well, the nice thing is about that, guys, if you go just any kind of points in the like right down the street to this place right here, you guys see my pinger? It's in that. I'll make it a blue mark because it doesn't seem like anybody
around
can.
here somewhere. It's easier to usually do the arrow, Tim, because it stays longer like that.
That's true. I should do.
You know, you could zone it in there.
Wait, that's near the terrible monster area, isn't it?
No, the harrowing district is already marked out. You guys are like right next to the harrowing district.
Yeah. It's like,
see where it's zoned out. I zoned it out for you. That's what that red line is.
It's like living next to the housing projects, which I grew up most of my life living near housing projects. I don't want to live that close to a housing project, which is what the harrowing district.
So right here in this area, he says, yeah, there's a little place there that you guys will like.
Do they have? I mean, is it a like food? Do they provide room?
That's what it is. It's food. Yeah, that's what it's mainly a restaurant, food store kind of thing.
Well, I was thinking maybe an apartment that was also like room and board, not just room, as an option.
Oh, okay, room and board. Okay,
because it's cheaper, I would imagine, than eating out, room and board. Correct?
Probably. You got
5 months.
Probably. Okay, so that does switch some things up. He goes, all right, well, give me the afternoon. I'll see what I can do. Might be less choices, but I'll try to bring back something for you guys.
I believe the technical term for what we're looking for is a flop house.
With good food. I'm a dwarf after all.
So he kind of points and he goes, go over to Mama June's over there, and you'll really like her food. She's got really good food. It's warm, it's brown, and there's lots of it.
Okay.
So, and
I don't like the fact that it's warm and brown.
Oh, when you eat it, you'll like it that it's both warm and brown.
So
it's good.
Guys, don't you think we're going to need some income?
Yeah. I mean, we do need something that we could. That's the other thing. We need to see what this shit is going to cost us. And then we might need a something to do to actually help pay for this. Because like I said,
I've got an idea there for you too, guys.
Well,
since I am, and he kind of straightens up his non-existent collar. He goes, I'm an associate of the Adventurers Guild, and part of my job is to greet adventurers when they come. You guys got me in a busy time. I wasn't able to introduce myself, but now that I'm here in front of you, I can help you out with this, and then I can make introductions into the Adventurers Guild that will help you get your income so you can maintain staying here. Because the worst thing in Scorn is have adventurers that are bored and unemployed.
So this adventuring guild, what does it cost to be a member for whatever period of time?
I don't get to decide that, but you have to pay to stay, so to speak. But they give you the opportunity to make money there.
Oh.
They just don't make you do that. They hand out. They've got lots of job boards and opportunities that you can get different adventures from in different ways to make money. Whether it's just guarding a warehouse or actually hearing about collecting rumors and finding maybe some sort of ruin somewhere. Just depends on who you get assigned to and what they have available there.
Okay. So maybe being a member of the Adventurers Guild would help us get the jobs, is what you're saying.
Well, that's the only way to get the jobs from them. You have to be a member first.
All right. So doesn't that sort of put you out of business for what you're proposing for your services, other than the rent part?
Well, no, because I'm going to get a kickback for you, and then then I move on to the next adventuring group to see what they need and what they like.
Okay.
What they got to get. But I do check my messages at the Adventurers Guild regularly. So if in the future, I know where business isn't concluded yet, but should say I conclude my business with you guys, and then say a month from now, you need my services again. You leave me a message at the Adventurers Guild, and then I will seek you out, and you can ask, I can see what I can do for you.
Okay. That sounds good. You're a good person to know.
I am a good person to know. I'm very good at what I do.
Excellent. Excellent. Are you a member of the Adventurers Guild?
I am an associates member because I'm not an adventurer myself. While I do travel a little bit, I prefer the big, high, sturdy walls of the city, even though sometimes the city is just as dangerous as anything else. But I know how to survive in a city more than I do in the woods.
Gotcha. All right. Well, your help would be invaluable then. I think this is good. So why don't we?
Aren't you glad I knocked on your door?
Agreed indeed. I mean, maybe we could get a bite across the street, head over to the Adventurers Guild and investigate membership and opportunities. And by the afternoon, after we've done all that, we meet you. Why don't we say we meet you outside the Adventurers Guild?
I'll have to do the introductions before you can go there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, why don't we head there first?
I can do that if you'd like. Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
They're open all the time. So you guys going to go down, boogie on down to the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. As you guys get towards the Temple of Sarath, you see men in black leather, black spears, the whole typical. I mean, let's just think of every stereotypical evil looking nemesis group you can think of in black leather and black armor, black weapon or spears. These are all armed with spears, are standing out in formation, and it doesn't look like they're doing anything to like attack. This is just sort of a posturing mode, more of a intimidation maneuver where they're standing in the middle of the street, making everybody kind of move around them.
Okay. Move around then, I guess.
Yeah, you see people, most of the people moving around them. Every once in a while, you'll see kind of like a what you assume is like an adventuring type tempt the line, and depending on who the person is, sometimes they do allow them through, and other times they use their shields to push them away.
Okay.
But there seems to be, if on a quick count, there's probably like 40 black spear, and you see some of and you catch the glimpse of a Maraudon standing on the steps of the temple. And Paul, just for your reference too, a Maraudon is sort of like the equivalent of a paladin, almost like an anti-paladin for Sarath. That's what they're called.
Okay.
So they're usually positions of power. Like for Delaquain, their version of a paladin, they refer to them as lions. All right, and you guys go past there, and the street's very busy, and you see vendors all over the place, setting up shop, getting things, and you see a couple of vendors. See a guy who's carrying around, calling them sweetmeats. There's just like a pole with a bunch of like a shish kebab type thing with meats, and he's offering you 5 copper, sweetmeats, 5 coppers, and you see him sell. You see some kids run up, buy, with some coinage, and they're buying these sweetmeats from the guy, and the guy seems very friendly to the kids and whatnot. And you see him kind of like, well, make sure you get your mother one too. And he hands it to him and gives it to him. Would you gentlemen be interested in any sweetmeats this morning?
Are they cooked?
They are. He goes, these are all cooked. He goes, I cook them at my house and I smoke them overnight. And then the glaze over it is a honey glaze over it.
Oh,
it's quite nice. And he goes,
that's
he goes, you can try one if you want.
Well, free food I will never pass up.
Yeah. So he gives you guys one of the sticks to kind of, because there's about 5 pieces of meat on this stick. So you guys can just like pull off pieces of meat and whatnot. And it tastes really good. It's a sweet, salty meat. With a little char on it. I don't know if you guys ever had sort of like a brisket or something with like a sweet barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah.
It's got that salty sweet on it.
Damn,
and that's what it's not quite to that level, but definitely, the medieval version of it where it would, but it tastes pretty good. And he goes, yeah, he goes, 5 copper if you guys are interested.
I'll take one.
Okay.
5 coppers. Was that like half a silver?
It is actually a silver is worth. I have to do my math again. It is 20 copper per silver.
All right. I just give him a silver piece for all of us.
Oh, okay. So thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. And I hope you enjoy your festival.
Well, thank you very much. We'll do.
And he sweetmeats. And keeps, you see, and it seems like most of his customers are kids right now. He's selling a lot of them to the kids that are running up here and whatnot. And Joe, just for your old reference, you see the kids from the orphanage coming out, and
okay.
You see the father handing them out, coins. It's almost like the old offering plate when you're in church when you're little. Your mom or your dad would give you a few coins so you can throw in the offering plate, so you feel like you donated something. Seems like he's handing them out a little church money to give out and everything like that. So. And then when you go by the Temple of Delaquain to the south, a little farther south, you see it's decorated up fairly nice. The walls on the front that are facing are usually sort of like a plain kind of stonework with like a sand type of finish. It's all painted in bright colors and it's very decorative. And you see people on what are those scaffolding painting. So this is like a 20-foot wall there, and it's all painted up to this nice little mural of like a kind of like a landscape setting, pastoral setting where it just looks like they're having a good time. And then you got kids that are drawing on in front of the street there with like what it looks like basically the equivalent of chalk, and they're making their own little pictures and stuff on there. And you see some of the city guards are standing around, and it just seems very relaxed, and just people are just enjoying each other's company around here.
Okay.
And the doors are wide open to the Temple of Delaquain you can tell people are coming in and out of there freely. And then the Guild of Arcane Lore, you get down there and you actually see some mages in the street, and they're doing their little prestidigitation, doing some tricks for the kids and for the people on the street. And you see like a little recruitment area. You see where the guys are talking to people about the guild, explaining some of what's going on in the guild and what they expect from members, and basically doing almost like an outreach to people for that kind of thing.
Okay. All
right. And it continues on being filled all throughout here. Now you guys are getting over into, let me get the trusty arrow out. You guys are kind of coming through this way here.
Okay.
And you're getting more, this is more of like the like a little bit higher end commercial area. And you're seeing almost like a sidewalk sales. Armorers and weapons crafters have items out for sale. There are a lot more guards here. And these don't look like city guards or, so these look like personal guards that people have, hired and they're working for them, but they're out, but they're talking with one another, even though you might have two vendors that are selling weapons, and that they're talking to each other and comparing swords with each other and talking with one another and whatnot. Did you guys want to talk, or like before we get to the Adventurers Guild, is there anything you want to do while you're down here?
I know I won't be able to afford anything magical, and I kind of got what I need in terms of
this stuff doesn't look like anything that would be like magical. This is just remember I told like when you're in the other thing, like poor quality or kind of stuff. All this stuff is like you're not going to be buying used stuff. This stuff is brand new stuff, very good quality for the general. Definitely some variations. You can tell some people are more into form or into like fashionable type of stuff than function, and some are do the mix. So you get that variable type of thing of different crafters. But you can tell if they're on this street, they do have some sort of skill going on.
Any hard silver long swords, Tim?
Give me a D20 roll.
All right. Do I want high or low?
You want high. The higher the better.
Not a thing.
Or-
All right.
It's really hard to tell. One, because of your short stature, and just trying to see everything and all the noise. You just, if there is, you just don't see it in the crowd.
Okay. I'll look over at our newfound companion here and I say, Godfrey, one little thing I might be in the market for, and maybe not now because I don't know what the 4 or 5 months of rent and food is going to cost me, but
right.
Soon when I get some good jobs here, you can help me with that. I might be in the mood to return to Hound's Head with some hard silver weaponry.
Hard silver, oh, of course.
At least a long sword, maybe. I don't know. I don't know that there's much benefit to hard silver armor or shields, but definitely weaponry might be helpful.
Okay. I'm sure that I could find you that, although you'll definitely need to have some heavy purses when you walk into those places. But
that's what I figured. What is it? Just wondering, what would a long sword at hard silver go for? What might
I don't know, Columbo. I know it varies from place to place and the quality. What I can do is I can do a little bit of research for you.
Okay.
And I can find out that it'll have to happen probably after the festival.
Yeah.
That I can do that for you, but I can look into that and we can revisit that after I take care of this other stuff for you, if that would be all right.
That sounds good. Actually. Yeah. I mean, longsword, maybe at least, at the very least, a couple dozen arrowheads that are long, hard silver would be good. But I'm looking for some kind of a melee weapon too, of course.
Well, that I could hook you up with. I can show you where that is right now if you needed.
Let's wait, I don't think hopefully won't need it right here and now in this place. But
no, just as long as you stay out of the harrowing district, you probably won't need it.
Taryn is always looking for anything Romlot related, like imagine he's like a Judas Priest fan, and
right.
he's looking for old T-shirts, like old concert T-shirts. So he's looking at anything, like he's looking on the table, like if it's Romlot related, like he collects that stuff. He's like symbolically, it's like a lot of fire and blood.
So basically, he's like death metal man.
He is kind of like death metal man. Yeah. He's always looking for, whether it's a prayer book or whether it's something that has a symbol on it from Romlot or any of that kind of stuff.
That's a challenge. She kind of like, that would be more of a challenge. I do know of a tavern that has several free Romlot worshippers that go there. I don't know if worshippers is the correct word for it, but enthusiasts, fanatics might be better.
That would be the name. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But I can find out. I've since forgotten where it's located at, but I can get you that before too long. Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. And you, Draymond, Sir Draymond, what can I help you with? Is there any special that you would need or looking for?
I would use. Let me see what I have here. I would be interested in a hard silver dagger.
Oh, okay. That should be easy enough to find, I would think. Is there any particular type of dagger? Are you looking for a stabby dagger, or are you looking for one that you can throw, or one that has the versatility of...
Probably one that's more versatile that I can use for both.
You see, like, he kind of reaches to his side and he pulls out, he's got a dagger on his side, and you see his dagger's made of hard silver. He goes, I might know a guy. He kind of just unsheaths it a little bit. He's pretty good at
that.
Yeah. Yeah, once in a while I have to travel on the edges of the harrowing district, and it's definitely helpful to have some hard silver magic. So Try to keep something on me at all times. And you guys approach the Adventurers Guild. And the Adventurers Guild is decorated to the nines. I mean, they got ribbons, they've got stuff painted, they've got it all kind of out. They have little kids in like fake armor battling each other with like sticks and stuff, like little arenas set up for the kids to fight in, and trying different like armor, like axe throwing contests.
It's like a Ren fair.
Basically, yeah, it's a Ren fair, but they're definitely catering to little kids in this. They're like this whole fair, as you know, as you guys have been walking through, you notice that they have been they're focusing on the children for this fair, which seems odd since it's almost like a, you know, the you know, a festival of the dead. But everything you've seen so far has been geared towards the children.
Okay. It's interesting. All right. So we're at the Adventurers Guild, though?
Yeah, yeah. And Godfrey approaches a lady who's standing near the gate, and he speaks to her briefly, and she kind of looks over at you guys, and she nods, and he motions you guys to come on in.
All right. Head on in. Yeah, let's see what it's like. You guys want to join? I'm whispering. Do you want to join now? Or do you want to check it out? What do you want to do?
Well, let's find out how much it is.
Yeah.
All right.
But no time like the present. Sooner we join, the sooner we
enter. And she's about 5'6", 5'7". Her hair's kind of got graying auburn hair, kind of tied up in a bun. She's not wearing armor right now. She's just kind of wearing like a form-fitted like leather jerkin and pants and that. But she still has weapons at her side, and she motions you guys to enter a room. Okay. And Godfrey says, "Well, I'll leave you guys here. I'm going to work on some of these tasks, and I'll just meet you up at your apartment this afternoon." Say.
Oh, I'd like a mule too.
A mule. Okay. All right.
Maybe not right away, but I'm thinking that.
Well, I will get these prices for the things for later. I'll try to get what I can for that. And then you guys can approach that when you need it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Of course. So I will see you this afternoon. Good luck with everything, gentlemen. I wish you success and fortune.
Thank you.
Did he give us her name, by the way?
No, not yet. No,
yeah.
He just kind of left, and she motioned you into the. He kind of left before you guys entered the room. Okay. And you go into the room, and you see a very simple table with some chairs sitting around it, and a wine flagged in on there, and some glasses. Help yourself, gentlemen. And she said, "Please take a seat." And she sits down.
No,
so Godfrey tells me you guys are from Houndshead.
Yes, most recently.
Do you see Jackson has arrived?
What?
Jackson's in the comment. He's heckling you, Joe.
Oh, yeah, masochist. Bedtime, Matt. Shouldn't you be, strapping on your Depends undergarments, getting ready for bed? I mean, Jesus.
No, he's got to go to work now.
You don't want to push. Oh, that's right. He's still second shift. I'm convinced he only did that so we don't have to play D&D with us ever again.
Well, that's the only time they'll let him out for work release, So
yeah.
So she's good. So you guys are from Houndshead, correct?
That's right.
Yes.
I'm not.
Except for our friend here, Taryn.
No,
you're one of the Hills Barbarians, right?
I don't like the way you said that.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to whisper. You just met him. So,
yeah. She kind of nods. Well, it seems like you do have some experience. We could offer you membership into the Adventurers Guild. We do have we just don't let anyone in
Well,
if you're from Houndset, I'm assuming you've worked with Ivanov, and if you've worked with Ivanov, at least for you two, I can you can probably vouch for you guys.
Well, and so, Millicent Stout, commander of the Yellow Falcon, said to mention her name as well. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
Joe, well, she was the Yellow Falcon Mercenaries Company, not the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, I know. I figure she might have a name around. You know what I mean? I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, let me roll to see how well she knows her. It's not a matter of if she knows her, it's how much. Heard the name.
Okay.
Not sure too much about her, but she belongs to the Yellow Falcon Mercenary Group.
Yeah.
Okay, they run a good operation. All right. Well, what I can do is offer you guys a temporary membership into the guild, and we'll put you on sort of like a probation period to see how well you do handling yourselves and representing us. We are not raiders. We do not just, go around and kill things and take things. We try to have some sort of purpose in our adventuring, if so to speak.
Did you just say you say that you don't kill things or take things? What kind of organization is this?
We do both, but we do it with purpose, not just randomly.
All right,
I don't know, Taryn. Do you think you can handle that, Taryn?
Well, I have purpose.
We've had several of the folks from the West come through here, and they've done quite well, quite successful, actually.
Okay.
He likes the way she said that better than the way she said barbarians from the West. Yeah, so she has learned her tone.
So what I can do, the first job I can give you guys, and she kind of pulls out this piece of paper from a pouch that she said, I have someone who needs help. It's not a difficult job, but it's one where you're going to have to deal with the public. And I want to see how you handle yourselves with the public.
Well, can I ask you this before this is a trial membership. Is there a cost or a fee for this trial membership?
Not yet, no. But what'll happen is basically if you guys don't make money, we don't make money. She's like, we will send you out on jobs that if it's a job that we send out on, we just take a cut from that job or whatever, or maybe some treasure that you found. We understand your adventures, and adventurers don't like to give up their money. However, there's a reason for doing this. She goes, we have access to maybe some supplies you wouldn't normally have.
Okay.
We're not asking for magic items. We're just asking for a cut of whatever treasure you guys get, one share of the cut, or maybe she puts up her hand, maybe not one share. And I try to keep the math easy.
Thank you.
She goes like a 10% cut on average would be the best.
So there is no membership fee per se. All the fee comes out of what we do for you.
Exactly.
Oh, well then. It's looking better and better.
And then the memberships, it does, if you don't adventure for a while and you don't bring in any money in, that would be noted and your membership would be probably revoked at that time. Unfortunately, most of our adventurers, our population is very fluid in who we have and who we don't.
Just so you know, we're only in town for 4 or 5 months. We're heading back in the spring, back up to Hound's Head. So, I'll tell you that in advance so you don't fire us from membership because we're not around because we're literally.
Well, we do have representation that goes up to Hound's Head, and we also have connections up at Hound's Head that might be able to connect you. Well, if you're from Hound's Head, I'm assuming you know Blake.
Yeah.
And we deal with Blake through the Guild of Arcane Lore, and some of the maps that he has are from us. We sell him maps for other information. And we try to keep lines of communication as much as possible open. We have people from all walks of life, every type of race, every type of worshiping. We do have people from Serath, we have people from Delaquin, we have people from Possimius that come through here. We do not restrict anything. Our one rule is no assholes. Everything else is optional.
Well, I'm waiting for Ken to say the pun of "we can't take a shit without an asshole" or something along those lines. I'm giving you the moment there, Ken.
He was busy, yeah.
Well, that sounds fair to me.
Well, you must do well. This is a nice building.
Yeah,
it was given to us, actually. Yeah. The gentleman who started this, his name was Sir Reginald. He started this over 100 years now, and he was the baron of this area for quite a few years in his family, and it was granted to us to carry on the work that he started. I mean, a lot of this area was settled because of him and his adventuring group, and he believed in creating an atmosphere that was friendly towards adventurers instead of adversarial.
Good man. Is he related to Baron Mabray at all in some way? Or?
No, they are not related by blood.
So I would assume then the reminder of this adventuring guild of a different way and a better time, and something the Baron is not real happy with, right? Especially being a next door neighbor virtually.
No, he has his opinions, and those are fine. He's never enforced any of his beliefs onto us or restricted us from doing anything, because I think he knows the adventurers bring in a lot of money into this city, and to endanger that would be foolish.
Okay. Is there a place here for food and drink that gives you a nice hefty discount? Because right now we're looking for a place to stay that could be affordable for the four of us. Don't want to spend too much.
I'm sure your Godfrey will be able to help you out with that.
You trust him then? He's familiar to you?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. No, Godfrey has worked with us and helped us recruit. His job is, he helps out the adventurers that come through the city to settle in, hopefully not get into fights right away. And she kind of glances at Draymond and that. Okay. But to get you guys settled in, it's not an uncommon thing for the wintertime to have adventurers kind of settle in this area, and it's better to have someone help them out than just have them wander the streets and kind of force their way into things, or so to speak.
Understood.
Yeah.
But I'm Columbo, by the way. I don't think we formally introduced
Columbo, and she looks at you, Draymond. Your name? You guys?
I'm Draymond.
Draymond, and I believe you are
Terran Doomsinger.
Terran Doomsinger. Do you have a brother, Terran Doomsinger?
I do.
Has he passed through here in the past year or so?
I don't know. Have you collected many bodies lately?
Well, she chuckles at that. No. I had another Doom singer come through here a couple years ago. You share some of the qualities he has.
Huh. Well, I imagine I would take that as a compliment.
Yeah. Yes.
Was he humble and meek?
No.
I just give you this. I give you the side glance, Draymond, and Terran is like, just looks down at you.
He's very confident in his abilities. I did not get to see them in action, but he was telling me about he could lay waste to what was he referring to the demonic horde, and sit upon them while he enjoys his meal. Something along those lines.
Yes. He has a very bad habit of eating the flesh of those he's slayed. He feels it necessary as part of the blood rite to take a bite.
Okay. All right.
I move a little bit further away from this lunatic than I was at that point.
I only take the blood of my enemies and smear it upon my face like war paint.
One of the things of having an advantage, once you guys have become full members and everything, we do have a store that has access to your basic adventuring equipment. If you can't find it out and about, we do supply it here at cost for our adventurers. We want to try to give you guys the best advantage that we have. We have a contract with Hugo's Healing Potions to have those available. And she kind of you know about Hugo's Healing Potions, correct?
I've cursed his name many a time.
Okay, so you're aware of him.
Mm-hmm.
But they are available for here for a cost. The magical healing potions, that you'd have to buy those from the Guild of Arcane Lore. And they do have some specialty makers, surprisingly enough. Hugo was one of them at one time, but has since been banned from that guild and is now making it on his own.
That's not a surprise.
Yeah. But so she goes, which one of you would be the leader of your group?
I stand forward.
What?
All right.
What?
So she's like, so I got two dwarves step up then.
I hear one of them is saying, "What? I'm stepping up."
All right.
What's your charisma?
Oh wow, charisma. We're talking 12 actually. Not bad.
Oh, mine's
not
15.
too bad.
What? 18 strength, 18 con, and 15 dex. So that's not bad either.
Yeah, you've been doing a little more. You've been doing more than I have in terms of adventuring. So
you step up
by default.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can step up if you want, Draymond.
Yeah.
Well, I guess by default, I'll let him
think he's the leader.
Leaders are like tall grass; they eventually get chopped down.
Right.
Well, my title actually is badass, right there. So I mean that really designates leader, So my official title.
Yeah, but usually titles are given to you by somebody other than yourself.
Well,
that just means you're,
let's not get
that just means you have a bad ass.
Right. It's just accurate in that way, huh?
I think
so she hands you the written everything. You can just take.
There we go.
So she's like, you can go over to Fulbert. Fulbert's a money lender.
And what is her name, Tim?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is Adela. I'll put that on here for you.
Adela. And she says, go to Filbert, the money lender?
Yep.
Why would we need to go there?
Because that's your first job.
Oh! I thought you were trying to get us to borrow money.
No, you're going to be working for Fulbert. You need some extra muscle during during the festival and everything. A lot of foreigners come in with different sorts of money expecting to be able to use it as regular money, and if it doesn't work, they have to go through the money lender. And Fulbert is in need of some help. He usually has his own guards, but he has a brother who tends to dominate him and took all of his guards, even though his brother's just another money lender who lives right down the street, but they don't tend to get along. But anyways, you guys will be his guards, so you just have to basically make sure he's taken care of.
Okay. Sounds easy enough. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, he's a money lender, so yeah, who knows? But enjoy yourselves, and then what we'll do is we'll revisit this next, or she goes tomorrow, and I'll take a look at what Fulbert has to say. How many thumbs up he gives you guys.
All right. It's mid-morning, I would imagine. Are we going to be there all day, I'll ask her? Is this
probably you're going to be there for the festival?
Okay, so then the festival is just going through today, correct?
The festival, this is the first day of 3.
Okay. So we're going to be guarding the sim for the entire festival.
Well, it depends on how well you do the first day.
We do today. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But daytime guarding, not nighttime guarding.
Yeah, and I know this isn't a very adventure-y kind of thing, but we do usually keep more domestic type of jobs for beginners in the adventuring guild. I'm not saying you guys aren't skilled. It's just that we don't know you yet.
Yeah, understood. So at night we go back to our own place. At a daytime we will.
Yeah, I mean they'll close up probably about sundown or whatever, and then you can we can live your own lives or whatever. Yeah, and then Godfrey, whatever you have to do with Godfrey then too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Now, right over here, and she gives you directions to where it's not too far from here. Mm-hmm. And I will, put a light blue. You guys see the F there?
Yeah. It's over here.
Yep. Yeah, so that's where he's located at.
Okay. All right. Let's head on over. Seems like a nice, quick little jaunt.
Yeah. Doesn't take you too long to get back. When you get back here, you notice like this more is a money lending kind of area. You see a few of them in this area. And you see the one where you're going to assume that's probably his brother or whatever.
Okay.
And you see a gentleman kind of waiting in his doorway, looking around. And he's kind of sweating, looks a little nervous.
I walk up to him. You must be Filbert.
You're the help?
Yes, we are.
What's your name?
Columbo.
Okay.
Ray Martin Tarrant.
You look very. He goes, well, you look very capable. All of you. She did good. She did very good. Draymond, Taryn, all of you look intimidating. He looks up at you, Taryn, and he goes, mm-hmm. You can probably. I'll tell you what. I'm going to position you by the door because I don't think anybody's going to go back there because you're just going to scare them away with that scowl of yours.
Oh, like pierced, tattooed bouncer at every freaking shit.
Well, you should see what it looks like when he scowls.
That's right. This is my just resting face.
Resting bitch face. Is that what he has?
That's right.
Yeah. Resting barbarian face.
So Columbo, he's like he points at Draymond. Draymond, if you'll stay out here by my stand, and Columbo, will you help me grab me strong boxes and help me with these things?
I am strong.
Yeah. So you see, there's 3 strong boxes there,
and
he's like, "Yeah, if you could bring these out."
Are they like in a basement or something? Is there a layout?
No, it's just a store. They're kind of on this counter out in front. It looks like they normally do the business inside the building, but everybody seems to be doing all their business outside right now.
Oh, so we're bringing out like a tag sale, yard sale table.
Yeah, it's really everybody's outside today. Yeah,
okay,
on the streets,
and
they're so pretty heavy.
Are there? I know that there's no attacking, and we got peace signs on our peace strings and this and that. But since we're actually on duty, I assume that we can fight off, fend off, and take the peace strings off. Correct?
You see, everybody's wearing them. You know, even the other guards that are there and the adventurers, everybody's wearing bindings on their weapons.
So if something goes down there, Fulbert, what are we permitted to do to defend your goods since we're guards for hire?
Oh, well, you take your bindings off and you do what you need to do.
Oh, perfect then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, after all, my warhammer is not a weapon that sheds blood.
I mean, kind of because they look at you with their, because they were talking about the two-handed weapons, and they're just sort of like, then they were frowned upon, but you see people are still have these weapons that are not easily bound or anything like that. Some of them have figured out a weird way, but it's only for looks only.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take anything from it.
Bullshit knot kind of thing. Yeah.
All right. When you see he flips open these, and you see one chest, it's full of neatly stacked pouches, and he kind of goes through it. So each one's copper, one's silver, and one is gold. But the gold one is much smaller and everything.
Yeah.
Are we here are we at the F?
Yeah, you're out on the street in the F. Yep.
Okay. Is there sort of a weighing scale or something that he uses to sort of convert?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you see him. He's got his scale out and all the money, lending.
When we say where the F are we, that's what you're talking about.
Exactly. Where the F are you? You look for the F. Absolutely. And as soon as he starts setting up, you see people step up to him, and they've got different coins. You see some people from Eastgate coming in. Now, what you're noticing though is they're trying to use regular coinage, like even the coinage you guys were using. Like the coins he's handing out actually has the minting of Baron Maubrey on it, which is sort of a insult to the king. But that's the currency that Scorn basically is the standard. When you guys got change back, or you see that the change you're getting back is with the minting of Baron Maubrey.
Okay. All right. Is he sort of? I mean, roughly, I'm looking at gold versus gold. If he changes the money, Tim, I'm trying to see if there's silver, whatever. Is it sort of given a fair exchange, or is he giving one gold that weighs an ounce, and you get one gold back that weighs, with Baron Maubrey's inscription, it weighs 0.9.
Right. Ounces. You don't see anybody coming up with gold like in the first. Yeah. It seems like it's mainly copper and it's mainly silver that he's changing, and you don't see anything dubious about it. I mean, he does charge. Percentage for exchanging and everything. And it's not a cheap thing. He charges them 25%.
Wow.
But you hear up and down the line, it seems to be what a money lending exchange that it is. He goes, and there's some downtime. So if you want to, talk to him, you can or whatever. Okay. And I need an intelligence roll. I need a 12 or above for you there, Taryn.
12 or above. Okay. Let's see. For intelligence.
Hey, nice.
All right. Taryn, you hear something happen or something move, or like somebody bumps a table from the inside of the shop.
And there was nobody in the shop. Filbert wasn't in the shop. He's outside.
No. So the way I'll give you the quick layout. So what it is, you guys are on the outside. You see them doing the stall on the outside, and that the quick glance you saw on the inside is there is a secured wall with like some barred windows. Kind of, they're not windows, they're openings, but they have bars in front of them that he sits behind. And the only entrance that's accessible from the public is where you're guarding. There is a door in the back, but it's like it's like a iron door, it's gonna take that one's very secured and bolted and everything.
Sounds like a payday lender kind of setup going on.
Yeah, pretty much kind of set up similar to that.
Yeah. It was like a title max. Like, we'll take your horse's titles. We'll hold your horse's titles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, you hear something like it has that distinct sound of like a table leg, kind of
like a table being moved and kind of
like that weird noise. Yeah, of a table being a heavy table being moved.
Okay, well then I look over my shoulder, to look inside.
Okay. You don't see anything just glancing in?
Okay, then I will walk in a little bit and to investigate.
Okay. When you move in, you see like on the other side of the secured area, you see a table that's on the other side and everything. The floor is moving. It's like somebody's like opening up a hatch
right
in the floor, and the table is like moving to the side.
Oh, okay. I release my peace binding on my great axe.
Okay.
And draw my weapon.
Okay. Now, just a reminder, you're on the other side of the secured wall. There's no way to get to the other side except through a secured door that's locked.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to kind of.
So you're basically on the customer side,
right?
And where this door's opening is on where the money lender would usually sit.
Right.
So
then let's see. I will go ahead and see if I can't break the door.
Oh, okay. You're going to try to break the door. All right.
You're going to kick it in.
Might as well. I will give you. Okay, so it's. Okay, 15 or above.
Okay.
Strength and remember, are you
Oh!
shit, you don't have to worry about it. I was gonna say, are you a fighter guy?
Yeah, I'm a fighter guy.
Just remember too, because I think we forget about this sometimes. You have that ability where if you do strength or dex or like which one you picked, you get advantage on that too.
I was gonna say, yeah, I do have that. I picked advantage on dexterity actually.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure you didn't forget
strength.
about that.
I took the strength one.
You took the strength one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you basically make that door look like your door to your apartment. It's all the door frame breaks and the lock buckles and everything. Just as this guy who jumps out. Now the interesting thing about when he jumps out of there, you see that he's like looks like a shadow. It's not that he's wearing all black. He has, like, when you look at him, he just looks like a silhouette.
Draymond and I are still outside. Did we hear any of that breakdown, Tim?
Yeah, I'm gonna say with the amount of noise Taryn just made with kicking in that door, you both hear a crash inside the inside.
I look over at the money lender. And to lock the chests, I say, quickly. There's something going on inside. Like there must be a lock on him.
Guys looks at, yeah, he's got the lock and everything, and he shuts them and he locks them up. And you see some of the customers that were there just kind of like, look a little startled by the sudden demand. All right, now let's go into combat time, and everybody just roll. What did I have you guys do before? I can't even remember now.
You gotta have our token there, Tim. But that way you can roll.
Yeah, D20. Whoops, not a D20. I'm looking for my list. There it is. All right. And then I can transport some tokens. You got yours already up here, don't you? Got to change your name, Eleanor.
Well, I did before. I don't know why I didn't save.
Well, you changed it on the bottom part. You didn't change it for your character sheet. Must still say Eleanor Digby on it or something.
I don't know. I changed all that, but that's okay.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Let me get your guys' tokens. There you guys are. These aren't updated tokens, so you might have a different. I don't know if you guys have more or less hit points, armor class kind of thing. So
I don't see the.
Well, I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
I am working on it. I had to go to the other map and copy them. There you go. They're up by Taryn Doomsinger up there. And I will erase all these guys on here. Good grief, I have a lot of you guys on here. All right, so go ahead and roll d20 and add your dexterity. Well, I guess it automatically, they already have an initiative button on there, don't they? Forgot about that. Columbo got a 17.
I got a 16, Tim, because I rolled a couple times. I rolled first, but then he deleted it, and I didn't have a token, so it's really.
Oh, no, we'll just keep that. Whatever, no big deal. Let me grab. No, not that one. Where are you?
Hold on. Let me. I roll with advantage on dexterity. On what did I roll? Is it dexterity?
For initiative, you get dexterity or that, or for initiative too.
Is it just automatic on? I mean, if I have advantage on dexterity, does that count for initiative?
Initiative. I don't see why not. Why not? Yeah, because I mean, I know it's not a dexterity roll, but that's what it's based off of. So I'm going to say, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Let me do that then.
Let me grab. Oh, there he is.
Oh, that's a big guy.
It is. He's huge. All right, let me roll on him. Advanced roller. So he got an 8. I guess I got to add him, don't I? Add.
He looks kind of like the kind of person that would need hard silver to hit him.
No, he looks like a silhouette. What do I do with him? There he is. How do I add him to, Joe? I forgot how do I add this guy.
Right click on him and
add turn. There it is. All right. So he got an 8. So this first round, it's just going to be Terran Doomsinger and the weirdly named NPC. All right, there we go. All right, go ahead with your action there. Paul, what would you like to do?
Oh, I shall hit him with my axe, and I shall unleash doom upon you.
All right, so let's see what you do.
Okay.
Unleash. Start unleashing. You unleash more wind than doom.
No. He rolled the wrong dice. That's a strength check dice he just did, I think.
It is a strength. Am I not fighting with my strength?
There's a button for your axe.
Well, no, you got to use your axe button.
That has bonuses.
That's right. I just did that.
There you go.
Let's try that.
There it is. Boom. Now you slinging some doom. All right.
There we go. Doom.
Doom.
Doom. Doom. Doom, 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 doom.
Go ahead, do your damage, Paul.
All right. Let's see.
You got to sing the doom, right?
Well, you got to sing the doom walk.
That's true.
Click on the great axe name, Paul.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I have the damage is either going to be I guess I'm using. Because it's either 1d8 one-handed or 1d10 plus 2 two-handed. I put that in there. I thought the damage would come up like it did last time, that when I hit something, because I put the numbers in there, but it did not roll the damage as well. So I will roll a 1d8 and add 2 to it, I guess. I think I'm.
Well, all you have to do is hit your great axe name. That's how it rolls the damage.
Well, that's what I rolled. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You mean in the thing itself?
On the name.
Yeah, in your actual result.
In the thing. That's right.
And you wasted a 20.
I know, right? Dadgummit. All right.
But here's the thing. When you hit the great axe, it's going to be what you set it for under your attack. So you should do a battle axe, a great axe, one for two-handed and one for one-handed, and then know which one you're doing. so that the damage will be different.
It's not going to come up because I got a syntax error. So yeah, I got to do that. I'll just roll. I'll roll normal dice here. So I'll just do my guess is I will go ahead and just roll two-handed and 1d10. All right, so I would get 7 plus
strength.
Strength would be 3, so it'd be 10 points.
No, you don't. You don't get strength on this.
Oh, I don't. Okay, then I get 7.
Not on damage, unless you have like weapon mastery, which adds like +1 to damage or anything like that. But remember in Shadowdark, the strength bonus only goes towards hit, not towards damage.
Right. So 7 points. So 7 points of damage.
Okay. All right. You see the silhouette starts bleeding. And it pulls out a dagger. And on the dagger, you see something dripping from the dagger.
Oh, boy. Then.
Oh, nice. Hey, by the way, I do have this fighter class has weapon mastery. So it says you gain +1 to attack and damage with that weapon type. So so it'd be
all right. So 8 points. Okay, I was gonna say I thought you picked weapon or your great axe is your weapon mastery. So I just wanted to make sure. Okay, great. All right. So he bleeds a little bit more than he did before, and he pulls out his knife and he goes, "I can do a little bit of that myself. Maybe." If I can find my roller.
What's your shieldless AC, Paul?
My shieldless AC is going to be
so the audience can follow along at your doom.
That's right. You got to follow my doom. Armor class is going to be 12.
Well then,
22.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Yeah.
All right. And he stabs his dagger into you. What? This is a punching dagger, Paul.
Okay.
So does 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And now I need you to make a Constitution roll.
I figured I would.
12 or above.
Constitution.
Oh. All right. So when this enters you, it just feels like a fire is burning. He catches you in your side, stabs you pretty good, like in your just under your ribs into the soft part there.
Right.
And it just starts burning like crazy. So in this combat, you're going to be at disadvantage now for your rolls. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay. Next round. What's your question for the audience? How's my sound? You're still asking that?
I want to see how they feel, because you guys hear it differently.
You sound fine, Joe. You're like a girl. Does this make me look fat?
Well, hey, there's a reason I'm not on video for the fat question, Tim. But it sound I can get away with asking.
Well, you got to have a comparison. You have to, if you got to be like, what's his face? What was Rodney Dangerfield? If you want to look skinny, hang around with fat people.
That's true.
That's what I always say. So Taryn, you're up next. Now this turn, you guys rush in. We'll get when your turn. We'll have you go. So Taryn, your turn. Silhouette guy is bleeding pretty bad, but now you've got like somebody put a ghost chili pepper into an open wound of yours. What would you like to do?
Let's see. Well, I'm going to. Do I know anything about what I've been hit with or anything like that?
Give me a 15 or above intelligence. Let's see.
All right. No clue.
You for all you know is like, why is this ale burning? Sticky ale on there. Go ahead with yours now. Whatever you'd like to do.
What is it doing? Is it now trying to escape, or is it still trying to?
What it did is it moved up to you, Paul. It stabbed you and it stepped back, but it like when it stepped back, its legs kind of shake a little bit. Like you've definitely heard it pretty bad, but it's not. It's staying close to the opening.
Okay. All right.
But it hasn't gone down, but it's standing there.
I would like to then maneuver.
Okay.
To where in between him and the place he's trying to exit. So I don't know if I can get between him and the.
You won't be because he's standing right beside it.
He's right behind it. All right,
yeah, he's right beside it.
And if I can't move, then I will definitely swing at him then.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And since I had two-handed, I will go two-handed again.
Okay.
Nice.
You got to roll twice.
Oh, that's right.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Struck him again. Go ahead.
The poison gave him disadvantage to him. Is that the gist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
one damage.
Was that's 2 then, right, Paul?
Yeah, 2, correct.
2. Okay. All right. Columbo, you come in.
I don't come in yet. I don't come in yet. I want to because we got 3 chests that are out here that we're supposed to be guarding. Right? That's the key. I'm not going to get distracted by some bullshit in there. And
so he starts locking them up, but it's going to take him around probably to lock up each one.
What if he just can I quickly? I know the chests are different sizes, obviously. Since I carried them out, Tim, do I estimate that if I stacked one on top of the other, I could carry them all in at once?
Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna the copper, then the silver, then the gold, assuming that their sizes are that way. Copper bottom.
No, yeah. There's You can stack them up easily. They're just flat. Kind of like the old. I forgot what kind of chests they are, but they're flat, and you can just pick them up and carry. I mean, it's heavy, but I think you have an 18 strength. So
18 strength and advantage on strength checks. So yeah.
Right. So yeah, you're kind of pulling them in. And that.
Yeah.
So that'll take you around. So when you get inside there, you see the silhouette thing with a dagger facing off on Terran. Terran looks like he's has put a pretty nasty gash into this creature. Okay. And Draymond, your turn.
And Tim, I'm going to put these far from the door. You know what I mean?
Inside. This room's not real big. Like. Imagine like you're coming in and it's like let's say about a 8-foot, 10-foot like wide room. As soon as you come in, I mean, if you put it to either side, it's going to be like 4 feet away from either side you put it in.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm going to try to stay out of reach of this.
The trick you're going to have, what you can do, Draymond, is Terran is blocking the only way in here because he's kind of standing.
Well, I'm actually going to go. I'm going to go up to Terran and put my hand on him to heal him.
Okay. That's easy enough to do.
And Tim, I just want to say, I yelled back to Draymond, lock the door on your way in or shut the door on the way in. There's somebody shut the door on the way in. That's the last thing I would have done.
Okay.
I shut the door and I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can easily reach Terran in that problem. That's no problem.
Christ. Here we go.
So you feel Draymond slowly caress your backside. Sorry.
I just turned very quickly, like, what are you doing, dwarf?
Well, I was going to heal you, but I was distracted by the massive buttocks. Oh, gosh, you guys I don't know what it is with you guys. Oh, it's so funny. All right. This person creature thing jumps down in the hole and slams it shut behind it. Your call. So what you see him do is with a lot of. Let me make the roll first. I'll have to check with that because this is not an easy thing. Now he's got to beat a 12 to do this, guys. So just so you guys know. No. Okay. So what he does is he tries to jump in the hole, but it doesn't catch right. He falls into the hole instead of jumps into the hole, and the opening is still open.
Oh.
And you hear him go, oh.
I leap immediately. Immediately when he falls, I leap immediately down upon him.
Nice.
All right. Are you just going to jump like?
Well, I'm going
to
take my axe since I can't swing it really. I am going to bring my handle down upon him. So I will jump in like this.
All right. So the first thing you'll have to make is that dexterity roll, 12 or above, and you get advantage with this.
I get advantage on that.
Or it's just a straight roll because you have disadvantage right now.
Okay. So I'm going to roll first with advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's just you just roll once then. So because remember you have disadvantage because of your poison.
Correct.
So
Correct.
your 14 is good enough.
Okay, 14 is good enough. All right.
So you go down in there, and now you can
roll disadvantage.
What's that?
Now you can attack for the hit, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, let's do that. Let's see.
The thing is when you go down too, is you're in a very dark area, and you would have disadvantage from hitting him anyways. But since you already have disadvantage, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So like he's kind of. You can't see him down there, but you've kind of landed. You feel him underneath you, basically. Even though you can't see him, you know where he's at.
Sure.
Okay. For that too. So
yeah. So I didn't hit him with my say. He must have rolled just enough for me to miss him. But since he's
you go to use it two-handed and you kind of reach up to grab, and you notice when you go to slam the axe down on him, when you bring it over your head, it gets caught on the ceiling because it's not as high here. It's only like 6 feet high. So if you're using it two-handed, it's definitely going to be narrower here. All right, Columbo, you put everything down. The door's shut. You see Draymond cussing at the gods that be, and you don't see Taryn or the silhouette person at all.
All right, I say, Draymond, guard the gold and coins, and back up. I'm coming through. And try to run in there and draw the weapon,
So is it where he's jumping down? Is that dark?
Yeah, it's very dark down there. Yeah.
Okay. So as he's going by, can I cast a light spell? Do you have a shield?
I do.
Can I cast a light spell on his shield?
You sure can.
Well, I'm going to try.
Oh, you can try.
I was going to say you can certainly try.
Hey,
nice.
Look,
there we go. You definitely have a nice light spell on your shield now.
All right.
As you go. All right, give me all right. So first, give me a dexterity. Now, are you trying to get down there in one big movement like they did?
I guess I'm trying to. Yeah, I mean, I have the advantage of being able to aim my shield down for a split second and see what I see, though, right? So I don't land on my partner's head.
Right. You can do that. But you see, like if you go down and try to jump down, you're going to land on his head. There's not enough room to just go down because it's a very kind of narrow passage.
Yeah.
So he would have to move for you to be able to get down without landing on his head. But now you see the light, and you see a light coming from above, Taryn, and you see the silhouette creature lying on the floor, basically looking pretty pathetic right about now.
I'll look down and say, Taryn, what the hell is that? And get out of the way so I could jump on his head and crush it. Can I hold my action until he can move, Tim?
No.
All right.
No. You're calling out. You moved over. You got the light spell.
Yeah.
If it's in silhouette, do I know what it is, or can I see what it is, or see what?
Well, it looks like it looks like a smallish human, possibly an elf type, humanoid. Basically, what it looks like it's wearing just basically some simple black clothing, but it has a really cool effect. Like in the darkness, it seems like
okay. I will say to it, I will say, surrender or face Rumlot's doom.
You hear, you see he drops its dagger and he puts up its hands.
Okay. Well, can I grab him then? Can I say, come here?
Yep. Yeah, we're out of combat now.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to grab him and basically if he's small, is he small?
Yeah, like when you pick him up, he seems like a smallish. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to take it. Can I throw him up back through the hole to Columbo?
Yeah, you can lift them right up between the two of you. Yeah, I mean, you guys are just like very strong human beings, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you just kind of lift them up with one hand, and
say,
you feel the weight. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and Columbo easily manhandles this little person, and what would you like to do with this little person that's dressed in all in black?
Sword to his throat as he's laying on his back on the ground.
Right.
And is he a hood on or something, Tim?
Yeah, it looks like he's wearing the whole thing. It just be, you know what a bodysuit kind of looking thing is. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yep.
Is there a fastener? I'm going to take it off him.
It just looks like it's slipped on over. You know, kind of.
I'll pull it off, and I'll pull the whole whatever the hell thing is on him off, so we can see who and what he is.
You see a very attractive woman.
Okay. And she's now unclothed because I took her stuff off.
No, you just her hood came off.
Oh, okay. So just the
hood. You know, kind of like the old Scooby Doo. You know, you unmask the villain and everything, and she's hurting.
Darn those kids! I'd have gotten away with it.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids. Yes, exactly.
All right. So there's no more glistening weird clothing on her, right?
Well, it never glistened. It just basically had this effect where it would, it just made her very difficult to see in darkness, and you know, dark. Right. It gave her like an extra bonus for when she was fighting in the dark.
It's going right into my back pocket right now.
What's that?
You're going right in my pocket. That glistening, you know. +2 the hiding shadows robe or whatever hell it is.
Well, it's just you're just having the hood. She's got the suit is on her. It wouldn't fit you anyways.
Okay.
It would be like you trying to slip on a
glistening.
I know he's got the glistening. I don't know where he's getting the glistening from. I think he's channeling some stuff.
I'm picturing David Bowie outfit or some kind of shit.
I think that's coming from a darker place.
I think so. One of his dark fantasies. Yeah.
When was the last time Columbo got laid? That's really the question we're
asking. Been a while.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just channeling my own thing through Columbo. Who knows? Just saying.
Right. Yeah.
We're projecting a little too much.
A little projection here. A little Columbo projection.
She's got her hands up.
70s now. I got to find Lindsay.
She's wincing from the pain from her wound too. You see that her blood, you know, she's bleeding pretty bad from the massive axe wound that Taryn put on her.
I am going to say, all right, then Taryn, hold her, and then I got my light on my shield. I'm gonna drop into the hole, Tim, and see what the hell it is. I don't know. There might be more people coming. It might lead to something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And Taryn is still down there, so.
Oh, that's right. Draymond.
Well, yeah, you're standing in the dark right now. We're out of combat though, unless you guys want to do.
Yeah, but I was doing the same thing. That's why I didn't climb up. I was thinking, well, I wanted to kind of see what this was. Am I in a man-made tunnel?
From the little bit that you can see, it looks like a man-made tunnel, but it's pitch dark down here, so you can't see anything unless you want to use a torch or steel.
No, if Columbo wants to throw his shield down, though,
I'll tell you what. I'll leave let's tie this lady up really good. I have 60 feet of shit quality rope, but I mean, wrap her like a cocoon. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Why don't you guard her and I'll drop down with this shield? How long does this light last, Draymond?
An hour.
Okay, so we have time to maybe do a little investigation, right? Now, is the owner of the place?
I'm not down in the hole.
No. I know. She's upstairs. We threw her up.
Okay.
Threw her up, tie her up, and then we'll drop in the hole.
Okay. You see that the wound's still pumping out blood.
I'm going to go back out to what's the guy's name again?
Filbert.
Filbert.
Mm-hmm. So, Filbert, we caught your thief here.
And he goes, a thief? Give me a intelligence roll, Ken.
All right.
When this guy says a thief, he's trying to act surprised, but it just doesn't work.
Oh.
Did you, Filbert, did you know about this?
No, of course not. No. I'm glad you caught the thief.
Filbert.
Phew.
Filbert.
What?
Do you know who this person is?
No, of course not. How could you say such a thing?
Does she look like she recognizes Filbert?
He's still standing outside.
Okay.
He hasn't come inside yet.
Well, Filbert, how do you know who I'm talking about?
You see the girl slump to the side, Columbo.
All right, I'll try to bind her wounds quick so she don't die on me.
Yeah, I can't heal her.
Yeah, I'll do what I can to bind the wounds, Tim.
All right, you need a 15 or above.
On a
maybe Filbert's got something laying around, you know.
Oh, I've got a healing potion.
Don't waste a good one. Give her a Hugo's or anything.
It's a Hugo potion.
Yeah.
All right, roll your D6 first.
1d4.
No, 1d6 first.
On a 1, it doesn't work, remember?
Oh, that's right. 1d6.
Tim's evil potions. Nice.
Oh. But it's enough that it kind of stabilizes her, and
all right,
and that she's kind of in between consciousness and unconsciousness right now.
While he's talking, then I'll bind him in rope. I'll bind her in rope, rather.
That's what you already did. I thought.
Yeah.
You mentioned that before, so she's kind of tied up and whatnot. But
Filbert, I think you know who this is.
I think we should probably have this kind of conversation on the inside. This sounds like a personal matter that I should do in the inside.
Go ahead and go in. I'll stay out here.
Okay, he goes on the inside. And he looks at Columbo and goes, Columbo, fantastic job. I will give you the highest acclaim at the Adventurers Guild. Thank you very much for saving the day. It could have been disastrous.
No, I didn't hear any of that conversation outside, or did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
I poked my head in. I think they know each other.
Oh, really? What makes you think that?
Well, he's acting a little suspicious.
Oh, well then. Is she awake or faking sleeping?
Well, with the amount of blood that's pooled around her, you're going to assume that, if she's faking, she's got good reason too. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me an intelligence roll first, Joe.
And
you think Filbert's telling the truth? He's going to give you good grade. He's going to give you the thumbs up.
Why would he have somebody rob his own place there? Doesn't make any sense.
All right. Taryn's going to come out of the hole. If Columbo's gone off to chat, I'm probably not in the dark, so I will probably come out.
Right. Okay. All right. And you see the girls kind of slump to her side of the pool. You see Draymond having the door open like a little peanut gallery, giving some stuff, and Columbo like over tying up the girl. Like he's already got her legs and arms bound, but now he's like tying her up more and basically cocooning her with the rope. And
I walk over and put my axe to her throat and go, "Stop faking and answer our questions."
She does not respond.
Well, that was worth a try.
Why do you think Why do you think that they know each other, Draymond? Why would he have somebody rob his own store?
I don't know. Maybe that's why he's so suspicious or acting so suspicious.
I'm not suspicious. I'm surprised. I'm shocked.
You
and you see him after he says shocked, he tries to put on a shock face, and he's just like, I can't believe it.
Does the bad acting give me another role?
No, you're kind of buying into his acting. Right. You're just like, yeah. Can I surprised?
Can I tell?
Go ahead. Go ahead and give you a role there too.
To intelligence or wisdom or what? Intelligence.
Either one. Let's go with intelligence. I made everybody else do intelligence.
All right, that's fine.
No, he looks shocked to you two. You both are like, well, it just absolutely makes no sense to you guys why he would have anybody steal anything from his own place. That's just stupid. Why would he do that?
It doesn't make sense.
Do
you realize, good sir, I believe you, but such an incident would probably have to be reported to the Adventurers Guild, and they may bring in some mages and priests to determine the truth of the matter here, because I certainly am not going to doubt the word of Draymond, but I kind of believe you, so we're in a quagmire.
I report this to the city guard like normal people. I don't report. I hire you gentlemen to guard, which you guys have done. I don't report back to the Adventurers Guild. And now all of a sudden his nervous demeanor seems to start fading away now.
But you may not be able to hire anybody else from the Adventurers Guild if there's still a dispute as to whether you are telling the truth or not. I believe you, like I say.
Columbo, let me remind you, you work for me. If you want good ratings from me to tell to your Adela, then I advise you to stop giving me advice on my business. And then when he finishes that, he kind of goes, the nervousness comes back for a second.
By the way, I'm just thinking, is the where the trap door is?
Yeah.
Is it pretty visible? Like anybody could walk in that room and see it?
What it looks like to you after you inspect it, it looks like there's a locking mechanism, like a padlock for up there. There's no padlock on it. There's what do you call it? I can't remember what it's called. When you got the metal bar that goes across the loop and then you put the padlock into it.
Yeah.
Mechanism. That's on the floor.
And from the outside, not the inside.
From the outside, right?
Yeah.
From the outside, and the lock that's supposedly supposed to be there is not there.
Well, then I would ask him this. I'd say, Philbert, this is my doom face. So pay attention when I ask you this. Why would a man such as you need a trap door?
Well, lots of businesses around here have trap doors.
Really?
Yes.
I have to say, for all my distrust, that sounds reasonable.
And should we follow this tunnel, would you know where it leads?
For a short ways, yes, but the scorn that you see is one of many levels of scorn. Scorn has been built upon itself several times.
Well, I look at him. I think, well, just in order to further, how deep is the drop, Tim?
It's 8 feet. You got about an 8 feet drop, and what it looks like is the tunnel itself is like 5.5 feet in height. It's you got earth, but it's definitely been reinforced with wood and then some of the sections. Well, the section that you can see where he's at is actually got some stonework kind of to reinforce it also.
Okay. I say, well, you know what? Just to make sure we do the good and thorough job, and I step over to the hole, and just sort of let myself down with my lit shield before the light wears off. I'm gonna make sure there's no other threats here, good sir. And drop down and look and see what I see. And I look to Draymond, like, keep an eye on this one. You know what I mean?
Okay. So your light goes out 30 feet. I think it's 30. I can't remember. It's 20 or 30 feet.
I'll look.
Whatever. It goes out to its full distance, and you kind of just keeps going straight, Joe.
All right. I'm
the features kind of remain the same. You've got the reinforced by wood, and some of the sections as you're going, like they're reinforced. Like you go up like about 20 feet up. It looks like there's a stonework section to the left.
So wood all along like a mine shaft, and then all of a sudden I hit stone.
No, okay. Think of it. The structure is wood, like the skeleton, the ribs are skeleton, but it's basically earthen.
Yeah.
Along the way, but the one section you find stonework, kind of, and not unlike the stonework you see where the entrance, where his is at. Basically, you can tell it's just another added reinforcement for the structure here. But this one does this stonework seems weird. Your dwarf sense or whatever basically tells you that the structural integrity is pretty much the same here as it is in the other sections. So it doesn't really make any sense why there would be stonework here and not like across from it then.
So it went from a mine shaft looking thing to a stoneworked tunnel. Just
one section of it, like in between the ribs, just
like
one section,
5 or 10 foot section, or basically.
Yeah, it's about a 5 foot section where there's just like looks like there's stonework there and then the further on you go, it continues going. You still don't see like an end to it. It still keeps going out, but the part that you see, this one part, is the only place you see stonework except for the entrance area.
And how far along was that section?
Just 20 feet in. You saw that right away. It was at the end of your light spell.
Okay, so I'll walk up to that section. Don't go into it yet. Walk up just in the front of it. And Tim, just as a rough idea, I got an idea where this tunnel leads. And you said we kind of knew where the brothers' business was, right?
To the south. This one's going north.
Oh, so it's not heading to the brothers' business. It doesn't.
No,
look like, right?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna look around and poke at I'm a dwarf. I don't know if Shadowdark dwarves have any ability with stone.
Well, you do. My dwarves, they have. You guys, that's where you live.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll. They have nothing.
You have that. You still have that racial instinct. Or
okay. Yeah. So I'll just give it a dwarven look over.
But in this case, Joe, it's going to be more of a role playing kind of thing. We're not, there's not going to be any two out of 3, 2 out of 6. You can tell that it's sloping 5%.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
All right. So I'll standing outside of it again. I'll just poke at it with my with the longsword, or with the crowbar. Actually, I'll just sort of move it, hit it, pop it all along the sides of it. Look for hollow sounds. Look for any stones that seem to be different than the others.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
The first thing you notice is the work. It looks like it's old. This is not new construction. This has been here. You're going to guess at least a decade or so.
Okay.
But when you're hitting it with your crowbar, you definitely know that it is hollow.
All sides.
Well, it's just the one side, Joe.
Just the one side. Okay.
Just the one wall. Yeah.
All right. I thought it was like a sleeve or something. Okay, cool. All right. So it's definitely hollow.
It's almost like, they just took one of the sections. There was probably a passageway through there, but they bricked it up.
Bricked it up. That makes more sense. Okay. I'm going to look for using my hands.
Before you do that, I'm going to go back up top.
Yeah.
Ken,
yeah.
So, Draymond, what are you doing up there with Mr. Guilty Pants?
I just kind of shrug my shoulders and say, well, I guess you're sticking to your story, so that's fine. I'm your employee, so what do you want me to do while we're waiting?
he's looking nervous. He's like, well, you see that? Like, is she alive or is she dead?
She's alive, but she's hurt pretty bad.
Yes, we'll be taking her with us, by the way. We shall deliver unto the jail.
He goes, okay, listen. He goes, I owe the Silent Knives some money. And I can't just afford to pay him what I owe. But if they steal it from me, I can go back to the guild and get some recompensation from it. Does that make sense to you? Because they're gonna come after me if I don't do something. I owe them a good amount of money. Because I have kids, I've got a wife, and I got to, if I'm gone, nobody will be here to take care of them. I didn't think it was going to be that difficult, but I thought I would make a show of it and have you guys help me guard.
So is that the Thieves Guild?
Yeah. The Brotherhood of the Knife, or the Silent Knives, are one of the 3 thieves guilds that are known operating, and it's probably the biggest one in the city.
So you hired somebody to steal from you so that the guild would have to pay you?
I didn't hire them. I just told them how to steal from me.
So which guild would be paying? The Thieves Guild?
No, the Moneylenders Guild.
Oh, okay.
We protect each other, and should something happen with one of us, we have a fund that would help. And the amount of money they would take is not the amount of money I can afford to lose. But with the compensation back from the guild, I can possibly, I can maintain my business. Otherwise, my brother will take over me because he thinks I'm an idiot.
Well, you are.
And he doesn't. He shakes his head or nods his head. Yeah, I am. That's why I sent away my regular guards and hired adventurer for you guys. I didn't.
So did you hire us with the intent that we would fail?
I hired you in the hopes that you would be less interested in guarding my money.
We expect a 5-star doom rating.
I am giving you a luck point for that one, Paul. Oh, that was good. Yeah, definitely a luck point for that one.
So
he's like, of course. I just need your guys' cooperation with this. And
well, how can we cooperate now? Because your thief lays there bleeding.
Well, that's why I'm asking if she's dead or alive. Because then, if she is alive, then I can just go back to the Thieves Guild, maybe hide her in the tunnels, and they can come get her. And you make her good.
That it might be a good idea, Tremont, because then we might get in good with the Thieves Guild. Should we return their thief to them, mostly unharmed?
I don't know how this works. I've never done this before, and you see the sweat on him. He's like, his hands are starting to shake a little bit, and he's doing the quick pacing back and forth.
So you're going to give us a good rating.
Of course, I'll give you praises.
We put her down in below with money that she has supposedly stolen, coins.
Mm-hmm.
And they come and collect her as if she made it part way.
We'll make it work. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Yeah.
what if she says that? I mean, she's laying here. She's probably heard some of this.
Well, it doesn't matter what she says. She's part of the people who are getting their money back.
Draymond, this is a victory for us, for we hold now some advantage with the Thieves Guild, and now advantage with this moron. For our lending rates will be low.
That's true enough. All right, so I am going to take my other healing potion.
Okay.
And pour it down her throat.
Okay, roll a 1d6. It works. Go ahead and roll a d4.
This isn't a Hugo potion.
Oh, what did you do this time, Ken? I'm sorry.
It's a regular healing potion.
Oh, this is a regular healing potion. Okay, then roll a d6. I'm sorry. Or you can just keep your 4.
I did. Yeah, the 5.
Oh, you got a 5. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. She is back up. I mean, she's tied up, but her eyes flicker open and she and you see her. Oh my God, my ribs, I can barely breathe.
Speaking of ribs, by the way, how am I feeling at the moment with my burny wound?
After it lasted 3 rounds, Paul. And then it went that poison you got hit with last 1d4 rounds. You were 3 rounds, and then kind of got out of your system.
I don't know if I was getting sicker by the moment.
No. It just burns like a son of a bitch for a short time, and then it fades away and everything. You know, there's worse poisons out there, and this one's a pretty bad one, but especially in combat, this can jack somebody's combat up pretty bad.
All right, Filbert, why don't you count out the coins that they're going to take?
And he reaches underneath the counter, and he already has the sack pre-packed. and he hands it to the girls. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? Filbert goes up there. Just shut up. And he starts untying her. She goes, "Is it okay I untie her now?"
I guess.
Before you do, tell me your name, little one.
She looks up at you. She's like,
"You owe me that much from stabbing me in my side. I'd like to know who stabs me."
He does like to know.
He has a list.
My name is Sabine. Sabina. She even spells it for you.
Okay, Sabine, he's gonna give you the money that you were supposed to steal. We're gonna see you out through the trap door.
She takes the money, and you see her pick it up, and she's wincing, but she manages and everything. And she's looking at everybody, and she's still kind of recovering from everything.
It's not even worth wondering about. I don't understand it myself.
And she nods, and you see her disappear down there. And then Joe, you see Sabine. You see the girl that you had tied up is now coming down the ladder with a sack full of coins.
I charge her, sword out, and look to kill her.
Draymond, I'm yelling down the hole. Draymond, or Columbo.
I was going to say,
I see the target. She will not live.
She's escaping.
Let her go.
No.
It's like family in different parts of the house yelling at each other. They're in different rooms, but they can't quite understand each other. But they're yelling at.
I will kill her. Don't worry. She'll go down.
Trust me. Just let her go.
What, Tim? I'm charging her with the sword and shield out. How far did I get? Like before I'm here.
I mean, you're on her right away if you want to do that. Yeah. You see when she comes, like when she's crawling, she's coming down the ladder that's there.
Yeah.
And every time she takes she's coming down very slow. You mean you're on her before she hits the bottom of the ladder. She's just moving really slow.
All right. I'll get ready to stab her before she gets to the bottom. What the hell's going on here?
And you hear Sabine's scream.
I was
down at the bottom.
I was right. Something suspicious was going on. Filbert, she's supposed to steal the money from Filbert
and get us in trouble with the guild for failing. And then what?
He said he'd give us a good rating.
You see his head pop down, Columbo.
Yeah.
You see Filbert's head. He goes, "I'm a moron, but I'll give you a 5 doom star rating."
You give us a 5-star rating, and you're going to give us a little coin to make up for our trouble here. My friend is wounded and poisoned. I nearly broke an ankle climbing down this hole, and this guy blew a spell.
I failed the spell.
Blew it. That's why he blew it. Yeah.
He doesn't understand dwarf lingo, apparently.
You're going to give us a little more coinage than we're entitled to off the books, then.
I can't argue, I guess. How much do you want?
How much is she getting?
Well, no, she's not getting it. You see the bag's kind of got a lot of money in it.
Well, I mean, I'll reach out and grab the bag from her.
So he owed money to the Thieves Guild, which he couldn't afford. So he allowed the Thieves Guild to steal the money so that he can get the money back from the Moneylenders Guild.
It's a good old-fashioned insurance scam.
I was going to say, it's just an insurance scam going on. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Understood. I reach out to grab the bag from her and give it a glance inside, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
And see roughly what that coinage amounts to at a rough guess.
From your guess, there's a few hundred silver in there.
A few hundred silver?
I said a few hundred silver, yeah.
Yeah, a few hundred. So let's say 200-300, let's say 300 silver. About 25 silver each of us should cover it.
And you see it. You're still down there.
Yeah, on top of whatever you're paying us with the 5-star rating.
And you see, he just kind of droops his head. Okay.
And we'll leave a good review for you.
We'll leave definitely a good review for you, and we also do appreciate your free money changing rates for the next 4 months that we're in town.
Only 4 doom stars for you.
Doom stars.
Yeah, he goes over and he goes into his silver chest and he starts counting out money and everything. Are you staying down there, Joe, or are you coming back?
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to agree to the also and acknowledge the fact that I said and free money changing services for 4 or 5 months while we're in town.
You don't see him. All you see is a smaller pouch like drop through the hole and fall.
All right. I'll take the small pouch and assume each of these guys got one, right?
Yeah. You both get. Everybody gets 25 silver pieces.
Yep. So I say to him as he drops it down, and the free money changing services for 4 or 5 months we're in town, correct?
Of course.
Very good. 5-star rating, and sounds good. That sounds very good. I will escort her back to the. I'm just gonna walk with her then. Make sure she got. I will light your way, my lady, and give her back her hood. All right.
Okay.
And walk her back because I'm kind of curious what that. I'm kind of curious. I'm assuming this is a secret door. As I'm walking back with her, my dwarven curiosity is taking the better of me. I want to know how it opens.
Yeah, it'd be good to know how to get back to the Thieves Guild. We want to know that.
She goes. She looks at the door. She goes, "I won't know. I don't go through there. That's part of the old town, old Scorn."
So you just walk through here. You can continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are. Some of you. How would you take a look at this? How would you open it?
I wouldn't even bother to look at it. I'd keep walking by it until I died of old age.
Oh, why? The old town is what? What's the problem if we look behind here, would you say?
I don't know anything about the old town. I've just heard stories. I just stay to the streets. That's I'm not interested in going down below.
Oh, that goes lower.
She nods. There's other places, yeah, but that goes down to one of the lower levels of the Scorn.
That's good to know. It's good to know. Well, and your name again was?
Oh, Sabine.
Sabine. It's well met, Sabine. And as a token of our good faith here, and to show that there's no disrespect intended to your magnificent guild, and I want to apologize also for the whole, stabbing you in the side, and it's like he broke a couple of your ribs, no?
Well, they're feeling better than they were before.
I'm
not
I am not sorry.
She's like, I stopped spitting up blood, so I'll consider it a win. I didn't think I was going to live there for a little bit, so.
Well, apologies. We did not quite know the plan. If he explained the insurance fraud scheme, I would have known right off the bat what was going on here.
I know nothing about it. My job is to come in here, come through up this ladder, pick up the money, and return to the guild.
All right. I yell back up to our my friends. You might be interested in something that let me yell back to my friends. Should we give her a gift? Something that we found that that she and her folks might be interested in, and I'm putting in roll 20, so you guys remember what the hell we're referring to, because it's been like a month.
I know what you're referring to, but
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Actually, Taryn knows nothing about this. Only Draymond does. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe a little
token of. Yeah. You think so, Draymond? Sounds good. So then I'll reach into my bag and say, I believe this belongs to your folks. We came across it up in.
When you pull that out, Joe, her eyes go wide and she starts stumbling away from you.
Oh.
And as best she can, she's not running real fast, but she pulls something out of her pocket and you see like a glow. Not very bright. It's not like it's just sort of like it allows like a 5-foot type of glow.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks over her shoulder and she just keeps walking fast, stumbling forward.
Whoa, lady. Whoa. Like grab her arm.
No. I'm fine. I'm fine. Please. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Well, then do not tell anybody.
She looks absolutely terrified.
Why are you so scared?
Just
tell us that.
I don't want to get in trouble. I just want to go. I'm sorry I did anything. I just need to get this money and I just need to get it back. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I don't want to have anything to do with this.
Well, then forget I even showed it to you. Deal?
And she nods. Yeah. No, I forgot it. I don't know anything about it.
All right.
I'm good at doing that.
I know nothing. You know nothing.
Right. I know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes off into the the dark as she, her light fades quickly as she's going.
Yeah.
And as she's going, it looks like this tunnel goes a little ways, Joe.
Okay.
So
I'll keep an eye out and see when the wink of the light goes away.
Well, it doesn't take very long. It goes out pretty quick. I mean,
okay.
But she's still going straight. But I mean, it's a very dim light. Yours only goes out 20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
You'd say that after about 60 feet, you're not seeing it anymore either.
Okay.
So,
all right. I'll come back. I'm going to hide this thing from everybody and just
sure.
Said, Draymond, you heard her reaction, no?
Yeah, that was freaky.
Yeah, let's not talk about it amongst but yeah,
company.
Yeah, mixed company, exactly. But yeah, so again, that's hidden before I got up there. But
yeah, that's
appreciate your Well, I guess we still have a day's work to put in here, correct? It's
he kind of looks and he's like, he kind of nods on that. You guys get through the rest of the day. The biggest excitement after that is like there's a small scuffle in a money lender. You see like a small band of adventurers get kind of puff up against some guards from his another money lender that's close by. Gets resolved pretty quickly by the city guard. You see the city guard when they approach. They're coming in groups of like 4. And all of them have these. Basically, they're carrying. The 2 of them are carrying these things that look like arbalists, basically. You feel like if you got hit by one of these things, it would just pin you up against the wall, and then have some room. This is like a lot of the city guards. Sometimes they'll have they'll be on the walls, or so they're armed with these. These are the notorious night killer crossbows. They're made to go through some of the toughest armor there is.
Okay. All right then. Well, does he pay us or does he pay the guild, Tim? What is the protocol?
He pays the guild.
Okay, so we go to the guild and get our money, basically.
Yep.
Okay, so we're not reporting this 25 each, correct, gentlemen?
Right. Or at least if you want to, you can.
No,
but I mean, it's not unusual. But it's not unusual. Like you guys would get tips too.
Yeah.
So the guild doesn't expect any portion of that, anyways. So.
Yeah. All right. We'll head back, and does he have to sign off on a letter of recommendation how he did or anything? How does it work? What's the?
Yeah, that piece of paper that you got. You see him writing it. He writes a note on it and everything like that, and
make sure it's good.
Yeah, from what you say, he gave you guys glowing recommendations.
All right. Okay.
And
right.
And he doesn't look at you. He kind of approaches you, Draymond, and goes, and he hands you the paper and says, thank you.
You're welcome. I understand life can be rough sometimes. Sometimes we make mistakes. Try not to make it again.
Or doom will find you.
Yeah, that too.
He nods, and then goes into his shop, and everything locks up.
So this is definitely a good cop, bad cop scenario.
That's got the dynamic going on.
Absolutely, yeah. And then you got the third guy who's always just looking for the angle there. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? All right, you guys get back to the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
And you see Adela. And she's
well,
like, how'd it go?
We did well.
All right. You still got your work papers in?
I looked at Draymond.
Here they are.
Look good. Yeah. Looks good. All right. Good deal.
What did we make?
Oh, money. Yeah. So let's see here. He looks at you. Okay, fine. All right. You guys, and she hands you each 50 silver each. Says he gave high marks to all of you. Well done. Any trouble?
No, I think some of the people that might have caused trouble, I think they saw us and just decided to move along.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moneylender Guild area over there is pretty. Even though there's a lot of money there, there's enough guards over there. Rarely much.
The city guard made their presence known, so.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Godfrey was looking for you. I told him he'd be working until the evening, and he said he would just meet you at your guys' place this evening.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's Maybe head over there, and there was a place to eat, I believe, over there. That red dotted place, right, Tim?
Yeah, it's right next to you. Yep, right there.
Okay, all right.
Mama June's.
Mama June's. All right, cool.
Mama June's.
Want to head back, gentlemen?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, and you go back and you see Godfrey sitting on the steps, and he's got a big grin on his face. So, how did everybody do today? How was your first job at the Adventurers Guild?
Well, pretty well.
Well, a success.
He goes, fantastic. Good. And I've got some good news for you. I think I found you guys in a good apartment. What I managed to do, there's 4 of you, right? Because I haven't seen your other friend around, but he's
sleeping off the hangover.
Gotcha. So I found a place. It's not in the best part of town, but here's the cool thing about it. It's got good doors. It's got 3 floors, which is always good. And you guys will be on the top floor, and everybody will have their own room. So you guys will have the whole 3rd floor to yourselves.
Oh, wow.
Any accessible roof exits or entrances?
There are, but you're not allowed on them. It's a city guard thing.
Does the windows open?
The windows open. He kind of thinks about it. No.
Do the doors lock?
Because there's no windows that really open. They're not. They have windows, and then they have shutters for the windows. That's about it. So he's just trying to think if they're. He's like, no, they're just windows. They don't have shutters on them or anything.
Okay.
What part of town is it in?
And he goes, it's south, kind of. He goes, do you guys know where the arena's at? No, I can tell by all your blank gazes. Nope. So he kind of gives you a general description. So you right here, guys, and I better do it on the map and not on SteamYard because it won't show up. This thing here.
Okay.
He describes where it's at and everything. He goes, it's just north of that. It's kind of between the arena and the Garden of Passimius. But it is still
over here.
Somewhere over there. Yep. Just south of here. It's still kind of close to the Harrowing District, but if you're gonna make your coin last, you're gonna have to sacrifice location a little bit for conveniences that you guys kind of want. And plus, you guys seem like a sturdy group, so anything that comes wandering out of the Harrowing District, I think you can find. And the nice thing is the landlord, he is a Guild of Arcane lore member. He kind of has this representative kid that does most of his stuff. So if you've got any issues, usually the kid shows up like once a week. He collects a week. Rent is not monthly, it's weekly there, but you could probably pay him a month at a time. He just charges it per week for whatever reason. Don't ask me. It's going to be 20 silver per person per month.
How much?
20 silver per month.
And this is just no food, correct?
There is a lady downstairs who does serve food, but she does charge a nominal price for it. She's it's not part of the, what do you want to call it? The tenement services or the apartment services, but she's sort of the ones who manages and cleans the generalized areas and everything. But at night, she does offer food for a small price. It's actually pretty good. I've been there a couple times, and she does a pretty good. Her menu is pretty limited. She tends to do lots of stews, but keeps your belly full, especially in the wintertime. And you don't have to go very far to get something to eat.
What is her name? That sounds good.
I don't know. I can't remember her name. You'll have to ask her.
So the Mage Guild guy owns this place. There's a woman who serves food, 20 silver per month. All right. That sounds like a good option. And is there a real important question? Is there a bar nearby?
Oh yeah, there's bars. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a bar or two around scoring. Yeah.
Sounds good. I don't like cats, so that sounds like right up my alley.
Aw.
Yeah. The guy who's trying to find his save a cat tonight. Yeah, we're killing him off. Yeah. Yeah, so I've arranged a meeting tomorrow morning with Edgar. I hope that's not too presumptuous, but that's when he had time to do it with all the festivities going on. I'll show you where it is tonight. You guys can make the deal with Edgar in the morning, get you guys set up, and then I'll start working on finding out some prices for you guys. I know where you guys live now, so if I can't if you're not there when I'm finding the prices, I'll slip you guys a note underneath your guys' door, and then you can do with that advice as you wish. The only thing I ask is if you do buy something of something that I've sourced for you, just tell them I sent you, because like I said, that's what helps me get paid to help you guys.
Okay. That sounds good. And we have 5 more days. We paid for a week in this place, didn't we, guys? Well, we did. Terrence didn't play shit. He's like mooching off of Draymond's head. So
true.
But we paid for a week for the place, though, right? So we're
blessing.
Yeah. So let's we'll spend a week here, and then we'll head over there at the end of the week. In the meantime, we get the other once Vance comes next time. All right.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, guys. We'll end the session there. And let me figure out some XP for you guys.
I did already, Tim. It's 300 each.
Okay.
Save you that work. Save you that effort.
You know what? You're right. See, I'm tempted to do what I do with my kids when I used to work with kids. Okay, you got 300 XP. Now what?
Ding 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 ding. Has a lot of hit point rolls and
what else do you want? Do you want max hit points? Okay, you got max hit points. It's like, oh, you want the +5 Holy Avenger sword? Okay, you got that. Now what? How fun was that?
Now I go kill Baron Mabray and become the ruler of fucking Scorn. That's what I do.
No, you not only kill Baron Mabray, but the king's there. And now you're the ruler of everything too. And in fact, now the people see you as a god, and you become a god, and you roll everything in. You're a god.
I win D&D.
You win D&D. All right. Roll up a new character.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I used to do. Like when I used to work with kids, and they would get into this, like what I would call the Yu-Gi-Oh mode, and they would just want to be these all-powerful creatures and stuff. So I'd let them be all-powerful and let them play it. And it's like, what do you want? You got it. You got it. One guy. Got it. It's like, so how fun was that game? You got everything you wanted. You didn't have to do anything for it. Was that a blast, or was it boring as hell? Because I know it was boring as shit to me.
Well, I would go for that in real life.
Yeah. Well,
real life,
maybe.
I take easy mode in a second. You know?
Yeah.
People say money don't buy happiness. It sure makes life a lot easier for a little bit, up to a certain point. You know? Hence my lottery tickets.
Gonna give you 2 for that.
Never win shit though a lottery. I think the most I've ever won is like $20 fucking. Sons of bitches.
Yeah. I never won shit either. You guys get a total of 5 XP tonight.
Nice.
And then don't forget your 2 for showing up.
All right.
And
So 7
for doing the.
Of course. Yep. Yeah. Remember, you did a combo.
Oh, that's right. I did do the combo.
You did the combo this time. Yep.
All right. Cool.
So 7 for everybody and 9 for Paul for doing a little brown nosing. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of XP for one session. I think that's the most that's been given out.
So if we make it to the next level, like I made it.
Did you make it?
How many experience points did we get? 7?
Yeah.
Yep. 7.
Oh,
like look at the screen there. Look at my screen. You see, when you write 12 out of 30, it keeps track of the total XP up here, 42. Total.
Well, Ken, Ken, you're missing it by 1.
Yeah.
Okay, what I usually do for that then is you're going to get 2 XP next time you show up. So let's just level your guy now and just put 1 XP. You'll be 3rd level with 1 XP.
All right. Yeah, I saw that, Joe. I know what you're talking about. Thanks.
And then go ahead and level up your dude. You just won't get any showing up XP, next time.
Right.
I'm just giving it to you ahead of time.
Okay, so that's 1d6.
1d6.
2.
Oh,
2.
Wah. Aren't you a dwarf though?
Yeah.
You get to roll hit points with advantage. So there you go. Nice. Doubled it.
19.
All right. Getting up there. That's not bad.
Not bad for 3rd level.
3rd level?
Nice. 3rd level. And then you get I think you get you get a 2nd level spell too, don't you, kid?
Yeah, something else to mess up.
Another, I was about to say, another spell to fail on. Yeah.
He did succeed on his light spell though. He did. I mean, he can't, it wouldn't. I don't think it would. I don't think it would be a game, one of our games, unless somebody blew a spell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody critically failed, so I would consider that a win for you guys.
Relatively speaking, it is. Yeah, you're right.
Well, you got it. Well, Paul's not rolling spells right
That's
now,
true.
So
That's true.
That does increase your chances.
Paul may never roll a spell again.
Welcome to my world, dude. That's how I feel.
So how many spells do you get next level then, Ken?
I think I just get a 2nd level spell.
Just 1 2nd level spell?
Yeah.
Okay. One 2nd level spell. Okay. You don't get another 1st at that level then, huh?
Nope.
All right. Cool. And then let's see, your 3rd. Okay. I'm just trying to. And then also, what level are you again, Paul? You're 2nd?
2nd level, and I've got 9 experience points.
9
and then
right.
The weapon in addition at half your level to these. So the other thing I forgot to tell you about too, Paul. Remember, you're not going to be +1 for weapon mastery. You're +2. You're +2 to hit and +2 to damage because it's +1 plus your level rounded, in halved.
Rounded
so since
down.
You're 2nd level, you get another +1.
Yeah.
Oh, and right. In addition, add half your level to these rolls. Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta add a +1 to those for sure.
Yeah. So you'll get +2 because it's on attack and damage.
I don't think I have that. I think I messed that up then. I've been doing it +1 attack and a half. Fuck.
As long as you're using the weapon that's has weapon mastery, that'll work.
It's longsword. Let me see here. So what's it?
Yeah, as long as because you're 3rd level, right, Joe?
Yeah, I'm 3rd.
Then your weapon mastery would be +2.
So right now it says 4 playing +2 mod. It just goes to the hit, right? What?
No, with weapon mastery, it goes to both hit and damage.
No, but my
your strength only goes,
and the 2 mod is built in. So it's my damage I do not have correct, because if you hit the damage on that, it's only rolling +1. I need to add the +2, D8 +2 in there.
Right. Do you have your weapon mastery already configured in there though with the +2 though too, Joe?
I believe so, yeah, because that's what if you hover over my hover over the longsword.
Oops.
Above,
you got +3 and the +2 mod. Okay.
Yeah, it's a +4 strength +2.
Well, do you have like a +1 to melee weapon or something like that too?
Yeah, in a few minutes.
I shouldn't, because we don't get that anymore. Oh yeah, I'm +1 to range and melee attacks. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to be +3 then to your melee.
I got to change all that shit then.
Yeah. So remember that, because that's not, in place of, those are in combination. So you get +2 from weapon mastery, +1 for melee. So that'll be +3 to hit, but then you'll get +2 to damage from the weapon mastery.
Gotcha.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I'm gonna kill you guys, I want you at your best.
Yeah. No, I think I got it now. 19 plus 4 plus 3. And then the damage.
Because when I kill somebody, I don't want them going, "Oh, I forgot to add that. That would have made such a difference."
Yeah.
No, I want you going, boy, I had the baddest ass guy in the world. I think he had a title of badass, and I still died like a whimpering dog. It's more satisfying.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's true.
I'll give you that.
So did you guys enjoy tonight's game then?
Yeah.
Perfect length.
Okay.
I like it.
Hey, it's the simplicity.
Yes.
Yep.
Simplicity
with some twists and some things, kind of thing. Yeah. You guys are kind of getting this. This is a good example of the way I usually run my city adventures. Joe kind of knows this, and I think Ken does to a certain degree too, and everything.
Nothing is clean. Nothing is ever clean. There's always some gray shit going on everywhere.
A lot of times, yeah, like most situations, there's always that,
At least there wasn't a timer in the background this time.
Yeah.
No, not so much. No. That's usually for more bigger things. I think I usually set up the timer for maybe the smaller ones I do, but I figured I would do, how they do, like, this is more of a setting development kind of. You guys got to interact with the Adventurers Guild. You got to interact with the Thieves Guild. You got to interact with a moneylender. You got to interact with one of the concierges of Scorn, and kind of learn how it works. You got to walk through a city that's in the midst of a festival, and how they kind of represent themselves during a festival. So try to add all those little details to so when you walk through it, it's not just try to as much as I can. It's not just sort of a two-dimensional cutout kind of situation, and not so stereotypical, but still try to make it recognizable without going, kind of.
Hey, what was that thief's name, Tim? Sabine.
S8. Here, I'll put it in the thing for you. Yeah, it's spelled like it sounds.
Okay. Sabine.
Yeah.
Say Sabine, tomato. Sabine. Wasn't that one of Zach's chicks?
Satine.
Okay, there you go. Let me get it. Close.
Oh, yeah. So what I do is, I think I told you guys, I go to these medieval thing pages, and then I print out female names and male names. And then when I use the name, I write a little note next to it that's who they are, especially in city situations, because especially with you, Joe, sometimes I have to come up with 50 freaking names because you ask everybody on the street what their damn name is.
You gotta know.
I know,
because man of the people, Tim.
Thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, they're all related.
I have to say, I love Taryn. What a great character!
God.
Yeah, it's fun.
You missed it though when I gave him I gave him a luck point, and actually give yourself one more XP point too, Paul.
Okay.
For he said he wanted a 5 Doomstar rating.
I wanted a 5 Doomstar rating. That is correct.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny. Yeah.
He's all in on the Doom, buddy. It's all he
is.
He's gonna play it all the way.
I know we got 7 guys hanging out. Thanks for everybody for watching our goofy games. That's what I kind of was commenting to one of our guys who was catching up, and he said he was going through all of these and watching them again. I'm like, oh god, that's a whole lot of us.
It's a lot of
I don't know.
Hey, give that guy 10 experience points.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
10 XP for that guy.
Yep, absolutely.
And thank you, Erudite, for choosing the one-off mission. That was fun.
That's right. That's right.
Yep, absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, it was the one-off mission, or like flesh melting fog. What are you gonna?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Gonna choose, we can wait till next week.
Yes.
Log into this.
That way, her flesh can melt first.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody's flesh. Everybody get together now. Melt.
That's right.
You know what I'm noticing too, Tim? That little midget, weird little fucking chair you got there. That look at Paul's big ass D20. That would fit perfectly on that chair.
It might, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
maybe a D4 if you want to torture people. Throw that on the big ass D4. You know.
Oh, now we're channeling
I like my
Joe's
big
weird
my big foamy D6 dice.
There you go. Yeah,
I saw the big foamy. Yeah. I have these ones here, Paul. You see those? They're not as big, but those are actually wood dice. Those I could knock somebody out with those things.
These I use. I actually call these doom dice because.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I use them because if a party, this is their big timer, this is what's happening. So if they're, I just take it and flip it, right?
Yeah,
I'll go,
fantastic.
Yep, 3. And so, I'll do it. I won't tell them it's coming. I'll just flip it, and they'll go, what's happening? What did you do that for? Better hurry up.
Talk about a timer, Ken. There's a good timer. I don't have a big foamy D6 to scare everybody.
Well, it sounds like you need a hard pointy D4 according to Joe.
I think Joe's channeling his glistening whatever's going on there. Yeah, I don't know what.
That'll be a glistening D4.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for watching us goof around again for another. Yeah, we're gonna.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks,
Tim. You guys are welcome.
Thanks, Tim.
And we'll be back next week, 7:00.
Yeah,
I think everybody's good. Hopefully, we'll have Blogger back and get Vance baptized in the fog and go from there.
And remember, unsubscribe from Eric's channel and subscribe to mine. Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.